Recent development with the COVID-19 vaccine has drawn attention to the extremity of vaccine hesitancy culture. But where and when did vaccines even start? The origin of vaccines dates back to 1796, when smallpox fatalities were at large. An English doctor, Edward Jenner, noticed milkmaids who had been exposed to cowpox were protected from smallpox. So Jenner decided to inoculate material from a cowpox sore into a child. And when the child was then exposed to smallpox, it never developed. Fast forward to now, and advances in life-saving vaccine medicine has taken the world by storm. However, fear-mongering, fake news and misinformation has led to many people deciding to opt out of vaccinations. Social media has been a big factor in spreading misleading information, which is often not true or scientifically accurate. Around 50% of adults in the UK and US use social media platforms including Facebook, Twitter and Reddit as a news source. A crucial example of this misinformation was the autism scandal involving the MMR vaccine in children. This was due to a now retracted paper being released by Dr. Andy Wakefield. No, not that Andy Wakefield. It resulted in his medical licence being revoked, but the damage was already done, and even now people still believe it to be true.
Very safe.
Very safe.
Very safe. There's a long track record. We've been tried out on many people. We have a well-oiled adverse events reporting system. And what people also forget is that the first clinical use of these viruses wouldn't have been allowed without an awful lot of preclinical data.
What do you think is the best solution to tackling the spread of misinformation?
With information. Simple as that, really. I think forcing them to isn't going to help at all. I think we need a stronger campaign, because actually I suspect that the overwhelming majority of people who hear misinformation are not willfully trying to create problems or anything. They're just struggling to make sense of the wealth of information that's coming towards them.
What would you say to anyone who has some doubts about the vaccinations?
Talk to your GP, talk to an expert, talk to somebody who's studied them for a long time, and ask questions.
Although misinformation isn't the only reason that people disagree with vaccinations. Different ethnicities and religions have their own cultural views, which heavily impact societal values and choices. COVID-19 vaccination rates prove just that, with large disparities between different social groups. Vaccine hesitancy may also be due to safety concerns from individuals with underlying health issues and allergies, which can increase the risk of unpleasant side effects.
There have been 9 new reports on deaths related to the recent flu vaccine. Scientists assure that this number will not increase heavily. Furthermore, it is important to note that these circumstances are solely due to underlying health issues of the patients.
Our thoughts are with the families of those who have died. However, the government, alongside scientists, are still urging people to get vaccinated and want to reassure the public that this flu vaccine is safe.
Despite concerns, lots of people are getting vaccinated, and it is the best way to combat diseases, prevent outbreaks, and reach herd immunity. So how do we get more people vaccinated? More emphasis needs to be put on educating the public through healthcare providers and better teaching in schools to improve people's views and hesitancy of vaccines. But as individuals, we must also educate ourselves to reduce the spread of fake news and fear-mongering, which will then encourage people to get vaccinated and save lives.